Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode. Another episode of the Another Day on Earth. Oh my gosh, no, I don't like that intro. We're gonna start this again. No. Anyway guys, welcome back to Another Day on Earth. Earth with your favorite host Farida, or Riri for short. But yeah, guys, today's episode is all about what? My experiences in Egypt. Because you. Anyways, guys, for context, why was I in Egypt for a whole year? Actually, a whole year and plus. Let's say, I think I left my home country in probably around July, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, July. And I came back July 2022. That's when I left Nigeria. And I came back October 2023. Okay. So basically, how was my experience? Crazy. It was definitely an experience, I will tell you that for sure. So let's backtrack. Why was I in Egypt for a whole year? First of all, I'm a medical student, so for my school, you do your first 5 years combination of clinical and medical classes. So your first 3 years is your basics, okay? Then third year to fifth year is your clinical subjects, and you're in the hospital half the time and you're in classes the other half of the time. And then the sixth year is when you do your internship. So in my school, you're either doing an internship within China, or for context, I studied in China, or you could do your internship in your home country or any other country that accepts to do your internship for a whole year. So alhamdulillah, I got the opportunity of doing my internship in Egypt for a whole year. But it's not really called internship for you, because for them they have something called imtiaz. Imtiaz their house job, I would say. So it's called an elective. They'll put you on their elective and whatnot. But yeah, that was the reason why I had to go to Egypt for a whole year and plus. And the remaining extra months was because of I had to stay with a family member who was having surgery. So yeah. So what was I gonna say now? Oh yeah. My first week in Egypt. Oh yeah. How did I even get the internship in Egypt? Was how do I even think about Egypt? Oh my gosh, why? Because my friend is Bahraini. She was doing her internship there as well. So I was oh my gosh, that's cool. How is it like? Is it fun? She was yeah, it's cool and whatnot. She didn't tell me the remaining part. But just listen to the podcast and you know why I'm saying Egypt was an experience, okay? So unfortunately, I couldn't do my internship at that point in Nigeria because Nigeria was just being fussy to international students. So yeah. And it was after I left that they then finally allowed international students to do the internship for 1 year. So good for me. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and I just took it yeah. Everything happens for a reason. So I was in Egypt. I was in Alexandria, more specific. I love that city. Wow. The view, oh my god, I think, oh my goodness, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to put inserts of pictures of Alexandria and the places you need to visit in Alexandria, because that city is beautiful. And because it's a coast, do I call it a coast? But anyway, it's by the sea. So basically all the houses are my apartment was facing the sea. That's just how beautiful the view was. It was mashallah amazing, 10 out of 10. So I lived in Alexandria, and my first day of internship which department was it? Was endocrinology department. So I walked into I think it was 6th floor. I took the stairs up to the 6th floor, and I was so nervous. I'm oh my gosh, first day of internship. I was very, very nervous. So I took the stairs there, and I was with this beautiful lady. Oh my gosh, she was so like like I feel like everybody was complaining about endocrinology department and how it was like very they're very the doctors can be very they can ignore you a lot of times. But alhamdulillah, that day I did meet like this really nice doctor. I forget her name right now, but I still even remember the cases that we had that day. We had hemophilia, we had a patient with chronic kidney disease and whatnot. So I remember when I came in, my friend had escorted me to that department. So I just introduced myself. Oh my gosh, the intro. The first day when you have to introduce yourself, bruv. Nerve wracking. Nearly pissed myself. Nerve wracking. Guys, if you notice my accent is changing, trust me, that's just me. Okay, that's literally just me. So we introduced ourselves. I introduced myself, and I remember she had just finished her word round, so I had gotten there, I think, later than expected. So she had just finished her word round, so she just like gave me like a quick like summary of like all the cases in that department. It was a male word, so she like gave me a quick summary of like all the cases they had that day and whatnot. And she's like, okay, every day they start word rounds by like 9 o'clock. Was it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? I can't remember. And then they finish off and all of that. I would say the first challenge I had was Arabic. Guys, my Arabic was poor, but the doctors speak English. So I was like, okay. So that's like the downside of it, because I couldn't understand like what the doctors were saying to the patients, because the patients were they all speak Arabic. So obviously the doctors were always speaking Arabic to the patients and whatnot. So I always had to like wait for like the doctor to finish, and then I would like ask her for like a summary of what she asked the patient and what she told the patient and all of that. It was a bit. Sometimes I felt like I was disturbing the doctors a lot, but I remember I just was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay, like I need to, because the cases in Egypt are so interesting. Like I think that's one thing I really enjoyed about my stay there. That you see like array of cases, like you see different cases. Like it wasn't like Nigeria where I would only see like diabetes on the constant. Like it was always either diabetes and endocrinology department. So this was a nice experience for me. Like I had fun. The chronology was not really my favorite department, but we'll get into what my favorite department was as the podcast goes on. So after endocrinology department, I went through other departments, like my schedule, and then I remember going to pulmonology. Oh my gosh, I was in love with pulmonology department. The doctors were amazing. Like clinic, wow, clinic was 10 out of 10. And I just remember like being in that kind of environment, and I was like, yeah, I want to be this kind of doctor when I grow up. Like when I like become like, I want to be like a doctor that the patients, like your interns feel comfortable around you to ask questions, because I never once felt like I was ignored in this department. Like pulmonology was like, oh my goodness, like I just loved all the doctors there. Like it was amazing. Like I'd go to clinic, I would ask questions. I remember the first day when I had no, it wasn't the first day. Like it was one clinic. I was so proud of myself because of just how good the department was. I was so encouraged to study. So I remember when like I had like this like notice a spot diagnosis for sarcoidosis in the clinic, bruv, bruv. When the doctor told me I was correct, I was like, stop it, because she had like the rash sarcoidosis on her, I think it was on her knee or something like that, and she was complaining about chest pain and stuff like that. But obviously I couldn't understand I was just like, I couldn't understand what the patient was saying, because she was speaking in Arabic, but I could like see her motions, and the doctor would like say some words in English and whatnot. So I remember like when I got the spot diagnosis, was it erythema marginatum, erythema, I can't remember the name of the rash right now, but at that point I was like, wow. I felt like, honestly, the best feeling as a medical student is when you get a spot diagnosis. Like that's the best feeling ever. And also reading like x-rays, chest x-rays, trying to know if it's pneumonia, atelectasis, like those kind of, I remember like, it was just such an amazing experience, pulmonology department. So like, love that department. And then which other, oh my gosh, emergency. Wow, guys, loved I loved emergency department. Like, I would just go back to volunteer in emergency department. That department was 10 out of 10. I also met, it was actually in that, I think that department was like the first department where I actually made friends. Crazy, like my whole like this whole time. And emergency was like one of like my last department. So like towards the ending of my stay, so I was like, oh my, I was so bummed that that was like the department I was actually making friends with, like the interns. Because prior to this, like I never really interacted with like the interns in the department. Because I would just go for like word rounds, like and talk with the residents, and they would explain the cases to me, and that was it. Like, but when I got to emergency, wow, the I made amazing friends. Like wow, like they're just 10 out of 10. And they taught me how to take like the ABG, there's like arterial blood glass. Like I just felt so proud of myself. Like ABG, I had already learned how to put like a urinary catheter. So I did urinary catheter. I took, I feel like this, they call like taking the ABG to like the machine to get it done, scout work. It's like dirty work, but for me, I was like, I was enjoying the whole process. Like, I learned how to do an ECG on a patient. I learned how to do put in an IV drip. I gave vaccination, anti-tetanus vaccinations. Like, but yo, the emergency department in Egypt is wild. When I tell you guys, it's wild. Yo. Oh, I also learned how to do sutures in emergency department. That's like emergency, and when I was in like emergency surgery department, I learned how to do sutures. And emergency department was crazy because every day you walk in and you just never know what's going to happen. The fights that would break out, like the patients will come in with stab wounds. The patients will, oh my god, it was nice because I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen today. And I would like ask the interns for like translations, like what was going on and whatnot. So it was like, I just felt like it was nice. I'm not gonna lie, there are, and I feel like in every department there are always going to be like downsides, but because life is not 100%, okay. And there were like some interns that would like ignore you. Interns are like MTS, they call MTS. They would like ignore you like when you talk to them and stuff like that. But regardless of that, I did make like really good friends in that department. And which other department? Surgery was nice. I attended really amazing surgeries like cardiothoracic surgery. I remember I attended like a cabbage surgery. That's like a coronary artery bypass graft. That was wow, amazing. And then for urology, oh my gosh, urology surgery was phenomenal. That department was, I loved that department. Like, yo, I would go to clinics, like, the cases were nice. Like, I remember, like, seeing, like, different kinds of kidney stones, the struvite. I remember, I did see, like, do, like, stone removal in the ureters, stone removals in the kidneys. Like, it was so fun, like, reading x-rays, like, KUB x-ray, that's like the kidney, ureter, bladder x-rays, like finding out what the stone is, like people with urethral strictures, like the repair. There were like also fistula repairs. Like it was amazing. Like I was like, wow. Like I attending the surgery was amazing. Like I even remember varicose repairs. And the doctors and residents, yes, it's a very male dominated field, and there was like only one female resident. Like guys, there was only one. I remember I was following her like a chicken. Everywhere she went, I was with her. That is literally just how much I really enjoyed that department. I feel like she's like one of those female doctors that made the environment really comfortable for you to be around. Like she was not one of those like doctors that were like, I don't know how to use the word, but I really loved my stay with her. Like, it was amazing. And then which other department will I say was like, I can't remember, but I think like those departments like really stood out for me. Like, oh, radiology. Oh, I really enjoyed radiology too. Radiology was nice, but I can't really remember like any other department right now that like was like stood out to me. I think those like departments, endocrinology, pulmonology, emergency medicine, and urology surgery and cardiothoracic surgery were like the departments that like really like caught my attention because the environment was just amazing to work in. But yeah, aside from that, so that's like hospital talk. That's what hospital talk, okay? Now let's go into life in general in Egypt, in Alexandria. One thing I would say that really shocked me about Egyptians was the shouting. The fact that, bruv, they can. Shouting is a love language. I'm convinced it's a love language in that country. Like, I was just so like, oh my god, it's so loud. Like, they're. And then you can like see people like shouting at each other like 1 minute, and the next minute they're like hugging. I'm just like, bruv, like, what is going on? It was just so crazy to me. I remember, and they don't wear a seatbelt. Egypt, I think they only started wearing seatbelt in my city, Alexandria, because they started putting cameras in the city. So like, if you didn't wear your seatbelt, like the camera will like get you, and when you're going to like renew your license, you would get like a fine. So that was like the only reason. And it was so funny. Like, the drivers knew where the cameras were, so when they get to that point, they would like wear the seatbelt. And then after they leave the camera region, they would like take the seatbelt off. Like, crazy, crazy fam. It was crazy. And the speed which they used to drive, yo. Yo. And then, okay, now let's talk about places for you to visit in Alexandria. I would say go to the Royal Jewelry Museum. If I have clips, like I definitely have clips. That place is beautiful. Like, one thing about Egypt, they have historical sites. Like, I really like want to go back and just like explore. Like, I really just want to explore the country because Royal Jewel Museum has like, oh my gosh, beautiful jewelry, guys. Like, amazing jewelry from like ancient times. Like, and they like give you like a backstory of where this jewelry was from. This queen wore this princess wore this jewelry and all of that. It was like beautiful, like amazing, like yo. I really love that. I would say go to the castle. There's like a castle there. What I say, is it called Alexandra Castle? I can't remember what it's called, but definitely going to put pictures of that as well. And then which other places are there to visit? Oh my gosh, I can't. Wow, can I remember? Oh, I can't remember. Oh my god, are those the only two places I visited? Okay, that's sad if those are the only two places I visited in Alexandria. But they are like, just go on Google Maps and just put museums in Alexandria. Like, you would see. Like, don't miss out on that, okay? Don't miss out on those museums. They're like phenomenal. They're amazing. And then there's also some coffee shops. I would really recommend Taiki. Taiki was like one of my favorite coffee shops. I had their matcha. Wow, best matcha I've ever tried. And then they have like this nice sweet potato cupcakes, amazing. And then there's where Alexandria is actually a very small city. Like, it's very small, but it's like very cute. And then there's San Stefano. There's Green Plaza. San Stefano has like where you like get to have the cinema, the cinemas, and like the, if you want to get like your, what's it called, your boutiques. Is it boutiques? No, is it called boutiques? No, like shopping. They have like foreign shops there. Oh, but my favorite Egyptian shop, I would say, is Rojada. Guys, Rojada has like the best cutting ever. Like, and their designs are really nice and very cute. So I recommend Rojada. It's like one of like my favorite Egyptian stores. And there are also other really nice Egyptian stores. There's Pixie has cute bags and shoes. And then there's oh my gosh, what's the other one? I can't remember the names, but they do have like amazing amazing stores in that place. And then they have like a food court, so if you like want to eat. And oh my gosh, like advantage of like staying in like a Muslim country is that all the food is halal, so you don't even have to like worry about like whether or not it's halal or not. And I think one of my favorite Egyptian dishes, I would say, is falafel. The falafel, oh my gosh, amazing. Falafel, riz Lebanon, and what's that thing? There's this thing with pistachio. Oh my gosh, you should definitely try it's like a pastry shop in San Stefano. When you see, you know what I'm talking about. They have kanafa, they have like legit ice cream, like it. Is it even called ice cream? I don't even. Did I call it sorbet? I don't know what to call it, but it was. You could, you could tell this was rich. Like the flavors out of this world. And then which other stores would I like at San Stefano? There are other stores there as well you can look out for, but those are like my favorite: Rojada and the pastry store, top tier. And then there's Green Plaza. Green Plaza has nice abaya stores. I really like the abaya stores in Green Plaza. There's not like the one like at the main entrance of Green Plaza. There's like one like it's like it's like downstairs. It's on the first floor, but you have to like walk to your left when you enter, like further down. But they have like a really nice, simple, cute abayas. So definitely recommend. Oh, there's also a hot chocolate place there. The hot chocolate, 10 out of 10. I forget what it's called, but it's just if you just go on Google Maps and you put like Cocoa hot chocolate Green Plaza, you see the store. 10 out of 10. It was amazing. And sometimes they have like pop-ups in Green Plaza where you can like buy like really like nice cute tote bags and just amazing jewelry and very unique jewelry, so you can definitely check that out as well. And which other places are there? Oh, there are some nice restaurants as well, but I'm not really a fan of the restaurant food. I think if you really want like authentic Egyptian food, like tell a local to like, oh, there is a place where like I had really nice food. What was the name? It had like it's like a very, oh my god, I forgot the name in Alexandria, but I feel like that was like the only place like I really enjoyed their food. Their food was like really good. They had like um I'm actually forgetting the names of these dishes. I can't believe that. But I would like say if you like make friends with a good like Egyptian, tell them take you to the spots, like the nice spots for good food, like amazing. What else? What else? What else in Alexandra? Oh, they have really nice cafes as well, like really nice like silent cafes where you can like in Mustafa Kamel. Oh my gosh, just Mustafa Kamel is like a very like serene, like a very nice neighborhood. So I would definitely recommend you stay there. Mustafa Kamel is like very nice, and they have like nice. What's it called? Nice restaurants that are very peaceful where you can just go in and chill and study. Because I stayed in Mustafa Kemal for like towards the ending of my stay in Egypt, because my landlord before I was staying like really close to the hospital. It was like 10 minutes from the hospital. Mustafa Kemal is like, let's say like 15 minutes, like it's not even far. That my landlord, yo guys, it was it was an experience with that guy. Okay, it was an experience because I had stayed in that apartment for like a year, and then let's say 11 months. No, let's say a year. So I stayed in the apartment for a year, and he had like a representative that would like come in and like get like the cash every month for the rent. So the lady was the one in charge of all of that. But yo guys, my experience, I would just say like my experiences with landlords in Egypt, always make sure you have everything documented. Like if you notice any problem with the house, let inform them. If before you enter the house, take pictures of the apartment, how it looks like. Cause, but when it comes to collecting your deposit, stories will be formulated as to why you cannot get your deposit back. But alhamdulillah, my friend's mom and dad really like fought for us to get our deposit back. So I want to say like just thankful I was able to have like an Egyptian friend that was able to like fight for me. Because yo, this guy this guy did not want to give me back my deposit, because he was just like saying things like, oh my gosh, the house had like there was something wrong with the walls. And mind you, this was rainy season, and obviously the walls started chipping. I'm like, is it my fault that the walls are chipping in your house? Like, guys, anytime I ever remember it, I just don't want to talk about it, because that's just one of the downsides in every country. Like, you're going to meet people in that country that just want to frustrate you. Okay, and one thing Egypt taught me was patience, because yo, story for another day. But yeah, that was my experience in Alexandria. I then went to Cairo to stay with like a family member because they were having surgery. But I would say Alexandria was like, I do prefer Alexandria to Cairo, contrary to what a lot of people say. I feel like Alexandria is very chill, and I love the sea view. Like, it was amazing. Like, waking up every morning and seeing the sea is very underrated. Like, yes, you might be having a shitty day, but just waking up and just seeing the view, especially at sunset. Guys, I'm gonna find this pictures for you and just like put like inserts of like clips of like how Alexandria was, but because that city is beautiful. So just make sure you like, don't only listen but also look at the videos. Maybe I should put it like at the beginning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it like at the beginning of the video with the audio and whatnot, so you can like look at it through the beginning, and then the remaining will just be audio. You know what I mean? So I went to Cairo. I was in I think I was close to like the hospital where my aunt was doing her surgery. So Cairo was a bit too fast paced for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't even get to like visit the places I wanted to. I didn't even get to visit the pyramids, guys. Like, I know, like, I went to Egypt and I didn't even visit the pyramids because just a lot was happening in Cairo. Like, a lot was happening. But I think the only places I did get to visit was, what's it called, the Islamic Art Museum. Phenomenal. Fun. That place is beautiful. Like, I wish I really got to like visit all the museums I really wanted to visit, but unfortunately I couldn't do that. And then, which other museum was great? Oh, I also went to like that mosque. Oh my gosh, the mosque. The name of the mosque. Oh, Al Azhar Mosque. It was nice. I really wish I went to the Muhammad Ali Mosque. Like, I saw the pictures and it was looking very nice. It's also like other really nice architectures you can visit in Cairo. So just make sure you build that itinerary, girl. Like, build it. And what else? There's also the Al Azhar Park, but Cairo has like really nice places. So you can like go on Instagram and you can go. I wouldn't say like go for like the the tour guide, because I'm just like, is it really worth it? I think you can just go by yourself. Like, if you go with a friend, just you guys just Google up all the nice museums, because I'm someone that really likes going to museums and like artistic places and artistic sites, and I don't really think, I don't know if you really need a tour guide for that, but if you really want a tour guide, like, you can go to like some, what's it called, I don't know, like trusted ones I can like vouch for. So I can't really see like I can't really see much on that, but you can go by yourselves. Like, it's really just don't try not to get duped. Definitely do not get duped. I'm going to tell you guys now, like, I don't know, but a water is not 50 Egyptian pounds, okay? Water is maximum of 5 Egyptian pounds. Like I don't want to do not get duped. So I feel like that's just like the only disadvantage. Like if you're going to like places where you need to like buy food and stuff like that. Like you can use this application called Talabat to get like your groceries and stuff like that. Or you could just go to like the regular grocery store to get your meals and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like the only like disadvantage of going by yourself is like if you're going to like these like touristy places, like the people like at the like sides, like that if you want to get like what's it called, souvenirs, they might want to like rip you off because you're like a foreigner and they think like you don't know like how it goes. But yeah, just know that if they're giving you a prize, divide it by three. That's the original price. But yeah, guys, oh my gosh, this was such a long video. I didn't even get to tell you guys about Jawazat, guys. Jawazat as a Nigerian, wow. It taught me patience for sure. It was the first time where I had never experienced like the how the I never like understood the privilege of having like a first world passport until I went to Jawazat. Jawazat is like immigration in Egypt. So it was the first time I'm like, wow, yo, being a Nigerian sometimes can be, it can have some downsides, okay? So I went there, and the way you get treated based off your passport is quite yeah, that was an experience. Like it was the first time I had seen someone like throw my passport. Like it was the first time I had like talked to an immigration officials and I was being ignored. Like it was very draining. Like, but alhamdulillah, like I met other Nigerians there that like guided me in the process of the whole Jawazat thingy, and it was just, I didn't even like to remember Jawazat because I remember just thinking, wow, is it because I'm like a Nigerian? That's why, like, it's because of my passport. That's why I'm getting treated like this. Because I assure you, the people from first world countries were not getting treated that way. But you know what, guys, it's okay. Like, yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. This was a long one. This was actually a long one. But yeah, guys, if you have like any experiences in Egypt, please put it down in the comment section. Like I wanted to like read them and laugh. Any funny experiences you had, like that would like be amazing. But yeah, I really hate it. You know, one thing I really hate is when like people like go to Egypt and they only like they only tell you about the bad side of Egypt. Egypt does have good sides. Like, guys, I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys this. The one thing that shook me about Egypt was the fact that you could smoke anywhere. Guys, I saw people smoking in the hospital. Inside the government hospital. Inside the government hospital, they were people smoking. Like it's like a normal thing. You can smoke in a restaurant, you can smoke anywhere. There are like no laws against like where you cannot smoke. Maybe like you cannot smoke in like the like government like immigration office. You cannot smoke in those kind of places, but like everywhere else, guys, they were cigarette. I was smelling it on the constant. The funniest one I think that really shook me was like I was with like my cardiothoracic resident, and we had just like, she was called in to like put in a chest tube for a patient. So I followed her, and she put in the chest tube for this guy. Why? Because he's a smoker, and I don't know I can't remember the full history, but he got his lungs like collapsed. Okay, so they put in a chest tube to ease that, and then we saw him outside in the hospital corridor smoking a cigarette after he just got his chest tube inserted. Bruv. When I tell you my resident was pissed, oh, she was pissed. I remember her like like giving him like a stern look, and he immediately like put the cigarettes on on the floor and was like trying to like put it off. I'm just like, bruv, like you don't even like 9 lives, basically 9 lives. That was an experience for sure. Like I'm definitely sure like my lungs got tainted. My lungs got tainted. Ooh, and I think there's one thing I really like about Alexandra, that it was so easy to use transportation because it had like trams. So the trams like ran across the whole city. Is it ran? But the trams like, so it was like very easy to use trams. Like it was nice. Even though the trams like took a long time, but it was easy. But in Cairo, there are no trams in Cairo, guys. Like Cairo is a big city, so they have subways though. But I never learned how to use the subways because I was just too scared. So I would just like Uber everywhere. Like, oh, it was something. Oh, but there's also New Cairo. New Cairo was, I didn't really get to experience Cairo as much as I wanted to, but inshallah, like one day I'm gonna go back and really have like a full experience. I heard like Sharm el Sheikh is like one of like the like top places to go to. There's also Dahab. There's is it Newport? Is it Newport? I forgot what it's called, but they're really nice places you should go to. Like Egypt is nice, so it's like one of the countries I wanted to like tick off my bucket list, because I have like a list of countries in Africa I really want to like go to. So alhamdulillah, that was done. I definitely want to go back, like 100%. I remember when I was there, I could not wait to leave to go back home, but I really want to go back. Like I really, like the friends I made there, like wow, amazing. So definitely want to go back, see them, have a chit chat, But yeah, guys, that is the end. You've come to the end of the video. This was a long one. This was definitely a long one. I can't wait to see you guys next week. And another topic. Stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a lovely day. Don't forget to leave comments about your experiences in Egypt. If you've been to Egypt, I want to read them and actually laugh. I'll definitely be responding to comments, definitely. Alright then, guys, have a lovely day. Bye.